new documentary celebrating London's last Italian football club will have its premiere in the capital next week. The Italia Steels were created 50 years ago by a group of young immigrants. A generation game follows the team as they prepare to mark that milestone. We will be hearing from the film's director in a moment. First, here's part of the trailer.
50 years ago when we started, we never thought that we'd become such a big family.
The teams had to have at least 5 Italian players on the pitch.
It costs a lot of money and a lot of effort from a lot of people.
Commitments nowadays are difficult.
The secret is to keep it going, you know? To keep the bloodline going, you know? That's the hardest challenge.
My kids, my brother, my nephews, all play for West Hills.
There's people I genuinely feel like they're my family when I have no blood relation with them whatsoever.
All we're trying to do is maintain the identity.
There we go. Well, the man behind this film is Luciano Ruocco. There are some poignant moments just in that trailer. I imagine we'll find out more about this story as we watch it in full. What was it that you wanted to capture here? Why did you decide to go and meet this team?
Well, basically, being an Anglo-Italian myself, I was interested in the idea of its history and the traditions that were involved, because so many families have been involved. So I actually read an article about the team's history, and being a filmmaker, I'm constantly interested in new ideas. So the more I actually met the guys involved and started filming, I noticed it wasn't a football documentary I was filming. It was actually a documentary focused on important values such as family, traditions, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, a lot of the even in that short clip, a lot of the chat was about how they felt like they were part of something bigger than just playing sport. Did you get a sense of that when you were with them, that how close and how important it was?
Oh, definitely, because as I said, I thought I was going into a football documentary, but it was actually off the field where the most important things, the foundation of the club lied. It was so many families involved, so many generations involved, and that's why I called it a generation game. And hopefully it goes forward with the pure love and determination they've actually put into the team.
Yeah, well, you do get that sense that there is some sense that it might not necessarily make it to the next 50 years. What did you get from that? Did you get a feeling that they were worried about the future?
Well, definitely, because I felt attached to the project. I have a family business myself, so I know how difficult it is to go up against big organisations, big companies who generally have more money than sense sometimes. So it is difficult, it's not easy. And it shows the only way they're getting forward is for a generation, and there is a big gap in between now. So what happens now? Do they carry on as they were? Do they have to find a new idea? It's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, did Brexit come into it at any point? Were they concerned about the impact of leaving the EU?
Well, Brexit, I didn't want to get involved into the political side of it, but there is that message, because London is full of different cultures. If we get rid of the different cultures in London, we won't have these Italian football teams, we won't have your Greek barbershop, you won't have so many different cultures involved, and it's a shame because London is such a multicultural city and it should remain like that.
Yeah, that melting pot of different people and different cultures. The characters within it, who did you meet? What types of people did you get there?
Well, I met the founders who have been there from the beginning. I met ex-players, current players, but probably the most interesting relationship I found was between father and son. The father's the manager, Claudio, and captain Marco Marchini. And it was a great father-son bond which they had together. You could tell Marco's passionate about the team. He wants to carry it on. It's a family tradition for so many of the families, but for the Marchini family, it's probably the most important, because the manager is Claudio, his son is the captain, and hopefully to be manager soon and carry on that family tradition.